welcome to the very first episode of the Fearless and Fabulous podcast. I am your host and creator of this space, Melanie Robinson. I am so excited, everyone, to finally get this project going. I have been dreaming of doing a podcast for quite a while now, and the timing was just never quite right. And I finally realized that the timing will never be right to do anything that you want to do. There's always going to be an excuse as to why I shouldn't do this now. Well, I finally decided, girl, let's stop messing around. Let's do this thing. So, what are we doing here at the Fearless and Fabulous podcast? Well, this is a space to inspire women of all ages, all sizes to live their most fearless, fabulous, authentic selves, to bring more women into the spotlight. And as a pageant title holder who is 53 years old, thank you very much. I am Ms. Voluptuous Gulf Coast, going to Ms. Voluptuous Internationals this coming August. Let's go get it. But I want to show women that it doesn't matter what size you are, how old you are, you can be the queen of your life no matter what. I already have a number of guests lined up to be on this podcast, women from literally all over the world, all different walks of life, and I cannot wait for you to hear their stories. So, what we're going to be talking about on this podcast? Well, a number of different things that affect women of all ages, all sizes, and I really want to give a spotlight to varying issues such as self-esteem. We all could use a little more confidence in our lives. I can tell you a quick story about that. So as you can probably see, I have vibrant colored hair. I have been having vibrant colored hair since 2016. I just got tired of fighting the gray in my hair and I wanted to find a way to come at peace with it, but yet still have fun with it. So I went full blown purple. I've always loved purple. You can see I've got a purple background here. Purple is a royal color. Purple makes me feel powerful. So I went there. I went for it. I cannot tell you how many times I get complimented on my hair. It almost every single day. Someone stops me and says, I love your hair. And I always thank them. But I usually hear this following response. Oh, I wish I was brave enough to do that. And I always wonder, why do we stop ourselves from doing something that we really want to do? Now, granted, when it comes to hair color, sometimes our JOBs don't like it when we do vibrant hair color. Fair enough. But it doesn't stop there. I have heard women edit themselves when they have an opinion. I've heard them edit themselves with their fashion. Another quick story, I was in a local boutique here in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, and I was shopping for something to wear to an event. And a woman came in, I'm guessing maybe in her late 50s, early 60s, and she was looking longingly at some dresses, some gowns, and they were strapless gowns. And the way she talked about herself while looking at these gowns just broke my heart. She kept saying, oh, I'm too fat for that, or that's going to show off my flabby arms, or this isn't going to do anything great for my hips. And it was just constant put down, put down, put down, put down. And that's not the only time I've heard that, ladies. I constantly hear put downs of yourselves. And I'm hoping that with this podcast, you're going to do a lot less of that and do a lot more of finding something about yourself that you love, something that you do that you love, that you're proud of, something that you wear that makes you feel amazing, makes you feel fabulous, something that you really, really love about yourself physically. We are so quick to criticize ourselves, either professionally, personally, mentally, physically. We are so fast to do that, but we don't give ourselves enough grace. We don't give ourselves any props. We are more than likely to not toot our own horns. because we've been taught to not brag. We've been taught to, it's not ladylike to pull attention to ourselves. I don't know, maybe some of you have not really felt that, but I can tell you growing up, it's not really seen as a positive to show yourself off. And there's a big difference between confident and being cocky. Being confident, I have found, is being in love with who you are. Not, it's not being narcissistic, it's loving who you are as a person, that you have talents you can offer, that you have great skills, that you are great with people, that you love being with others, you love to give to others, you love how you look in terms of you're comfortable in your own skin. And that is what being fearless and fabulous is all about. Being fearless, being able to speak your mind, being able to go after goals that you've always wanted to do, being able to break your own barriers, being able to give back to people around you, not editing yourself, and being fabulous in who you are, wearing those outfits you want to wear, wearing your hair the way you've always dreamed of, being able to say, yes, I am worth it and I am enough. This is what this podcast is going to be all about: self esteem, relationships, representation in the media, pageantry, of course. We got to have, some talk with some queens here because they've learned so much. And I've learned a lot on my pageantry journey as well. Women's voices in with dealing with issues, things that affect our communities, either on a local level, state level, country level. We need a lot more women to take up space. There's so much going on around the world where women, we need to be in leadership roles. We need to help bring a lot more peace, clarity, change to things that are so important to the people around us. We've been talking about relationships, not only to ourselves, but to each other, domestically, families. There's so much we're going to be diving into, and I cannot wait to introduce you to the wonderful women who I'm going to be having on this show. I'm going to be recording a few episodes this weekend, so I hope you will come back. And one thing that I'm really excited to announce about this podcast is that several of the episodes, there's going to be a fundraising element to it. With the topic that we'll be focusing on for that episode, I'm going to be putting a link for an organization that works directly with the topic that we are speaking of. And I really do hope that you will consider giving to these worthy organizations. For us to affect change around us, it takes time, it takes money, it takes giving voice to it. So I'm hoping that you will consider donating to them or even going to volunteer with these organizations. I am ready. Are you ready for this? If there's a topic that you're interested in hearing about, please go ahead and comment below or send me a direct message. Or if you're interested in becoming a guest on my podcast, let me know that as well. Or if you know someone you think would be great for this, let me know too. Let's do this, everybody. Let's do everything we can to make ourselves feel the most fearless and fabulous that we can possibly be. All right, queens, let's do this. And I'll see you soon.